All right, good morning. It is December 19th. It's Thursday. So I've been a little MIA, kind of in and out, having a little bit of a rough time right now, financially and mentally. So I have decided that I will be making some changes with the way that I am approaching my content, assuming that I can come up with enough money to keep my phone on right now. So with that being said, I will continue to do these daily readings here, but I'm going to be adding more content, hopefully, and I'm going to be getting a little weird. It's time for me to embrace that Leo North Node and stop trying to blend in with everyone else. I'm going to say the things that other people aren't saying. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully everybody that's following me enjoys it and we find more followers. But today, for our daily reading, we have the sun is still in Sagittarius for a couple more days. The moon is still in Leo. It's in Leo until a little before 1 a.m. Mountain Time. So all day long, we're going to be in this space where our subconscious self is in alignment with our conscious self, okay? Now, as Sagittarius, we know it's growth, it's expansion. It wants to learn things. It wants to be free from things. It wants to break free from stuff. The moon in Leo wants to be a little childlike. It wants to have fun. It wants to be warm and fuzzies, and it wants to just really kind of enjoy life. So we're in that energy. However, we have Venus in a trine with Jupiter retrograde, and with Mercury now getting on the move again and starting to actually move forward, we might see some old conversations come back up. We could definitely see, especially in the realm of like friendships, social life groups that you're involved in, things that maybe were discovered during that retrograde, those things are going to start being talked about. You might see some confessions and things of that nature during the day today. The moon is going to make a square to Uranus. This could be a very uncomfortable surprise. It could create a little conflict, create some change there. There will be an inconjunct to Neptune that is changing directions based on your intuition. Make sure that you are listening to your intuition and trusting that today. And then a trine to the sun. This is very much getting everything on the same page within yourself and making sure that you're doing what's best for you and you're following your path forward and you're actually finding your inner freedom and your outer freedom and you're chasing what is right for you. Okay, cards wise, we have the Lovers for the energy of the day. Now, the Lovers is not necessarily a romantic thing. This can be any kind of interaction with others. This can definitely be just communication. Ultimately, it is about making a decision. So really, what conversations are being had today? What is coming up today? We're probably going to see a lot of people wanting to communicate during the day. What we're focusing on is the Eight of Wands. This is a lot of stuff coming at us very quickly. Don't allow it to get distracted. Don't allow it to distract you. We've got to make sure that we're present for this and we're actually paying attention for it. This could be collectively as well. We can see a lot of information come out collectively. We want to make sure that we're not disassociating and sticking our head in the sand. We really need to make sure that we're staying in reality as all this information comes out, okay? We're not like excusing it away. We're not pretending that it's not happening. We're not trying to stay in a space of warm and fuzzies and comfortableness. We've got to make sure that we're willing to move with the energy right now. The sun in Sagittarius is a mutable sign. It needs to be able to flow and move. So really make sure that you're doing that. You're not like sticking your heels in the sand and saying, nope, I don't want to believe it because it makes me uncomfortable. If it makes you uncomfortable, sit with that and make sure that you're processing it. What we are avoiding is the Knight of Pentacles. Again, we need to make sure that we're going with the flow. Don't sit still. Don't, there's like sometimes this like temptation to wait things out. And quite honestly, I kind of want to wait stuff out a lot too, but sometimes we do need to take that action. We need to get out there and we need to actually work with what's going on instead of waiting for things to just fall. We've had a lot of time to be in our heads. Your intuition has already been screaming at you and telling you what's up. It is time to actually do something with that. We actually have Eight of Swords on the bottom. So that is what is driving this, is we've spent the time in our heads. We've already been through this. We've already wrapped our head around everything going on, and it's time to actually take some action with that and be active in life instead of, letting it pass you by, okay? Clarifiers for our Lovers card here, please. Ooh. We have the Magician and the Three of Swords. So this could very well be, look at that, Justice on the bottom too. So you could have conversations from people from the past coming up again. Jupiter is retrograde. That does have a tie to the past. So, and this is the Gemini card where Jupiter is retrograde. So this could be conversations from the past about old hurts, old pains. Maybe somebody else that did something that hurt you is realizing where they messed up. Like, again, the Justice on the bottom is what's driving this. So it could be somebody is finally seeing the whole picture. They're seeing something along those lines, and they've thought about it, and they're wanting to come back and talk to you. So that's very much a potential here. But the Magician is about having all of the tools, right? So this is about wanting to do the work to fix whatever was broken. But remember, with Neptune being retrograde, there's also a potential of like this being a sleight of hand. So really make sure that you're listening to your intuition. Make sure that whoever it is that's coming back to chat about whatever is not trying to like pull one over on you. They're not trying to pull some magic on you. But also there is the ability here to fix what has been broken too. So that's really going to be a case-by-case basis. That's going to be on you to listen to your intuition to decide what direction you're going to go with what's coming up and the conversations that are coming up. Clarifiers for the Eight of Wands, please. We have Ace of Cups. And the Devil. See, now we're getting... So... Ace of Cups and the Devil. This is starting to feel a little more sleight of handish, really a little more controlling. But again, this could be wanting to talk about it, coming back with this new offer, right? This new cup of emotional fulfillment coming towards you. Again, this is, are you taking control of it, or is somebody else pulling the strings of the situation? Is this you taking control of everything and saying, no, I'm not going to do this? Is this cup going to fulfill some type of addiction that you might have to a person or to a thing or something along those lines? So we really need to be careful today with the information that's coming out and make sure that we are not falling back into old patterns. We definitely need to be starting fresh and new with all of this information coming out and make sure that we're approaching it from a different perspective. So again, yeah, there is some potential here for fixing things, but we've got to make sure we're listening to our intuition. We have that Seven of Cups on the bottom, so things are not clear in this situation. So really make sure that you are listening to that gut feeling. When it's telling you something's up, something is up. That in conjunct that the moon is going to make to Neptune, it can very well bring about some manipulation, okay? It can bring about some confusion. So really make sure that you're leaning on that intuition. Clarifiers for our Knight of Pentacles here. We have the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Ooh, okay. Excuse me. So it's a lot of moving forward. This is we are avoiding sitting still. We're avoiding waiting. We are taking action. You've got to take action for the new things to come in, right? You have to follow your dreams. You have to get passionate about things in order to get this newfound space of passion, this new energy to move forward. If you stay stuck, you'll stay stuck. So you got to get moving today. Things are, again, starting to move. Judgment on the bottom. So this is something coming back around, and this is the opportunity to do things differently as things start to pop back up. Again, Mars retrograde is not a slow down and stop. It is a taking action for yourself, like inwardly, doing the inner work, looking at yourself from a different perspective, getting honest with yourself, especially once we get that trine later this evening between the moon and the sun. It's really time to make sure that we're being honest with ourselves, with everyone around us, and we're moving forward for ourselves rather than moving forward for everyone around us.